if I got you. You stole my heart away with the things that you do. And lately, you drive me crazy, baby. Maybe that's why I escape in your love. There's no place.
Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing today? It's a great day to be alive.
It's a blessed day.
A blessed day. Be grateful, be thankful, and be kind.
By now, probably at least 80% of you guys already know that we were in a car accident on Friday night. We were in the Range Rover. It was about 8:30 to 8:40 p.m.
I literally have the exact time.
Okay, pull up the details.
Is it weird that I like to be exact? It was at 8:30 on the dot. What the heck?
Literally 8:30 on the dot. We were coming home from my brother's house. We were picking up my mother's dog because we were dog sitting.
Okay, so here's what happened. So we were gonna leave here. We decided, it's just what are the odds kind of thing. We decided that we were gonna leave at around 7:30, 7:45-ish to beat traffic. Since Austin and Catherine do live about 20-30 minutes from us, so we decided we were gonna wait. We went over to their house to pick up his mom's dog, who we were dog sitting. And so we went over there, we said hi to everyone, we got the dog, and it was just I just remember us talking about how it's such a beautiful night and it's just a great night to be alive. And we were just talking about just the little things. We didn't have any music on, we were just simply enjoying each other's company.
So keep in mind, my mother was going to drop the dog off, but then she was Yeah, she was gonna drop the dog off at our house. Remember she was like, oh, I'm at my house now, I'm tired.
Oh yeah!
So keep in mind, guys, that my mom was gonna drop the dog off here, but then she got tired, stopped at Austin and said, can you guys just come get him? So we did. So yeah, guys, coming back from my brother's house. This is probably not even 15 minutes from when we left. So I'm driving, she's in the passenger. We have our dog, my mom's dog, Scooby, in the back. There's traffic on a regular street with lights. There's stop and go traffic, a lot of cars. So we were at a complete stop. And basically, well, this is a 3-car collision. I know it sounds bad, and it was bad, it was scary, but a 3-car collision. We're at a complete stop in traffic, and basically all we hear is what?
We hear, he says he heard someone trying to brake. I didn't even hear that. I just heard impact, and it was something out of a movie. Literally heard this loud bang, and we looked at each other and we're like, what was that? And I went and I literally turned my whole body this way to look back at the dog, because I was like, did he hear that too? So I looked back at him, and at that exact moment is when our car got hit and we got launched forward. And thank God, it was I hate to say perfect timing, but it was perfect timing. We weren't at a light, so we were just stopped behind another car in traffic. At that exact moment, that car had moved up and there was no traffic right there. So when we got launched forward, we didn't hit anyone in front of us. Thank God, because that would have set our airbags off, and that could have been extremely harmful to our baby. And that was the saving grace moment. It could have made it 10 times worse.
So, but what did happen was a car was speeding, and I'm sure they just weren't paying attention. They probably were just on their phone or looking away or whatever it was. Turned forward, saw red lights, and then came to a screeching, just maxed out their brakes, because what I did here was a skirt, boom.
Oh my gosh, literally cringe. I can hear that.
As soon as we hit the car, we looked, and all of a sudden we got hit. So the car screeching, hit the car behind us, that car hit us, bumped us forward. So as soon as we got hit, I immediately kept going because I wanted to get over to the right side, because I didn't know if more cars were gonna hit. I didn't know if more cars were gonna be flying by.
I'm stop. We just kept driving.
All I can think about was if more cars were gonna keep coming. So I got over to the right side. We stopped right there. Immediately before we even got out of the car, we both already said, well, she said first, I need to go to the hospital. And I was already thinking that. I was just literally in shock.
I literally just started crying right away. I was so scared. I'm like, what if there's something wrong with my baby? What if she's not getting oxygen? What if the placenta separated? And just a million things are going through my mind, and I'm freaking out. And at this time, I'm feeling a tight, uncomfortableness over my stomach, and I'm extremely nauseous. And I don't know if it's from just the shock of being in an accident, or just the jolting that I got, and we were just freaking out. At this point, he's like, I'm so sorry, babe. I'm so sorry. I don't know why he's apologizing to me like it was his fault, but
Well, it was just like, I know that you like were just so like.
I was freaking out.
Yeah.
I was crying. I was
and then she got out. She got out first. She got out, went straight to the back and looked at the back of our car, and she's like, oh my God.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
Like, I just know in that moment you're just like
it made it real. I was
like,
like, we didn't get hit. Like, I didn't believe it. And then I saw it and I was like, oh my God. And at that moment, I could see the other two cars kind of like stuck together. And I told Landon, like, call 911. I'm gonna go make sure everyone's okay over there. Because like, I was thinking like someone's trapped in that car. What if someone's not breathing? What if like, I need to go over there and like do some CPR or something? So we were trying to call 911. What are the odds? 911 was busy. I called at least 10 times and it kept saying like, oh, now we're busy right now, or whatever it was saying. And I thought my phone was broken. I thought it was my phone. So I'm yelling at him to call 911.
Are you okay?
And it was just even scarier because we couldn't get a hold of 911 for at least 10 to 15 minutes, I would say.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. I was calling my mom like, please call 911, we're on these streets. And it was just really scary. Like, I could not stop crying.
So all I can think about was getting her to the hospital because I knew that's like, I didn't care about anything else besides getting her to the hospital.
We both were aware of the fact that when you are pregnant and you get into an accident, no matter how minor, no matter how major, you need to get to the hospital. So if, you know, just if you guys ever need to know that, we both knew that and we both immediately were like, we need to get to the hospital.
So I called my mom where we just left. She was at Austin still. I was about maybe 10, maybe 15 minutes away at the very maximum to come and pick her up and take her to the hospital. And I'll just stay and I'll do all like the insurance and all the cop stuff and I'll stay for that, but she needs to go. That was the plan. So after we did get a hold of 911 and they were on the way, I knew my mom was on the way. She had contacted her mom already. I contacted our friend, also our car guy, Jonathan, and I called him for a tow because I was like, I just want to get this car towed like to your shop. I don't want to look at it, just get it away. And he was like, actually, like I'm already on that street. I'm on Topanga, like not even 5 minutes away.
Same street like where the accident was, so.
Not even 5 minutes away. So luckily, he pulled up with his family and he was able to take her to the hospital. So
whole family got in the back, put me in the front and like whisked me away to the hospital. And like,
so she was able to get to the hospital actually pretty quickly. By the time that they pulled up, the fire people already pulled up, the firemen. And they asked her if she had pain in her stomach. And she was like, no, but I just don't know if I'm going through shock. I don't really know what's going on. And they said, usually if there's no pain in the stomach, the airbags didn't deploy, then usually you're fine. But obviously, we still want to go to the hospital. We still want to make sure everything's fine. So that's exactly what we did. So at this point, Shiloh's gone. She's at the hospital. I'm still freaking out. I'm super scared. That's all I can think about. I'm still standing.
He has the dog with him. Mind you, I went back to the car to grab the dog because I know he was probably scared. Passed him off to Landon, went to the hospital, and him, dog, smashed car.
So I'm just there on the side of the curb with the dog, Scooby. Everybody's getting the information and everything, and all I can think about is Shyla. I didn't get any information for like at least an hour and a half.
So yeah, I was at the hospital. There was zero service. My phone wasn't working on top of it, and I'm there alone. I'm at the ER, so I rush in, and there's no one at the desk. I'm like screaming, like, hello, is anyone here? And I'm just so panicked because I'm like, if anything is wrong, I need to like fix it as fast as possible. So I was like freaking out. Couldn't get a hold of anyone there. Just no one was there. I'm like, what is going on?
At this point, it's like 9 p.m.
Yeah, so I'm even more freaked out. So I go to the main hospital, not the ER, and I go to labor and delivery. And I'm like, they can help me. And they admitted me right away. And maybe like 10 minutes later, Landon's mom showed up. And so she was with me. And they just put the monitor on the baby. And they ordered like an ultrasound ASAP. And I took like a little video to send to Landon, which he never got. I texted him and I said, I'm in labor and delivery. And I sent him a little video of the ultrasound to let him know that like they said so far they didn't see anything and everything was okay.
So at this point, it's like 45 minutes as I've talked to Shyla. My mom pulled up to the scene first because that's what she was going to do. And as soon as she got there, I just said, just go straight to the hospital to be with Shyla.
Since I was there alone, my mom was like 30 minutes away.
So I didn't hear anything. That's all I could think about. At this point, we already covered all the insurance, all the accident stuff. The cops said that I was okay to leave. By this time, Joe's coming from my house. He's my ride to the hospital. So I'm also,
oh yeah, I called Joe. And I said, go to Landon, he's over here. And so I sent him over there. So we're just like a mess.
He pulls up, I'm in the car waiting, but I still have to wait for John to come back from dropping her off at the hospital to give him the key to the Range Rover because he's gonna handle that. He's gonna handle the car stuff, he's gonna make sure that gets towed, everything is fine. So John pulls back up, give him the key, he's good. As soon as that happens, I look at my phone and I see a text from my mom, and the text said, baby's fine. So as soon as I read that, like something like literally came over my body, or like really released from my body, and it was like a feeling I can't even explain. I literally just started bawling my eyes out. Like, you think the Ginger Reveal was crying? No, like I was crying with noise. Like I was crying. And I just kept saying to myself, like, if anything were to happen to either of them, like I wouldn't know what to do with myself. Like I would literally I wouldn't know what to do with myself. So I just was just crying and crying and crying. Joe's like rubbing me some stuff he's never done before. He's like, you know, you're gonna be okay.
Oh
You're fine. So we get to the hospital. He drops me off. He has the dog now. Goes back, drops the dog off. I'm going to the hospital. I'm rubbing my eyes. I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna be crowded in here. I don't want to look like I'm just crying. Get to the hospital. There's like no entrance to the hospital. Everything is blocked.
Everything's closed off.
So I don't know how I'm supposed to get in here. So I literally have to go through the emergency room. I don't have my ID. He's asking me hella questions. He finally lets me in. I got a visitor pass. I go straight to where I'm at. I find them. At this point, when I go in there, it's her, my mom, and her mom are there. And
he just literally, as soon as he pulls that curtain back and he sees me, I see that he's been crying, and he just starts crying again and literally just like grabs me and just like is like laying on me. And he's like, I just don't know what I would do if anything happened to you guys. And literally, I lost it. And we were just there, like just holding each other. My mom's just rubbing his back, and we just had a moment. Like at that moment, we were just so grateful for each other, and nothing else in the world truly mattered. Like our family was okay, and like, I'm gonna cry. And like at that moment, we knew it could have been like way worse, and we were just so grateful that like our baby was okay, and obviously it was okay.
So even though that accident wasn't like a crucial like accident, like the situation was like so surreal and so scary.
It could have been
like it would.
Just by one little thing being different, it could have been so much worse if we had been in another car, a smaller car. Range Rover is heavy, impact tested, like it's really good for accidents. That's not sad to say, but you know, if we would have been the first car that got hit, it could have been way worse.
If we were the car that took all the impacts, then that would have been like just.
If we would have hit a car in front of us, if the traffic wouldn't have moved exactly when it did. Just all these little things let us know that like God was looking out for us and watching over us, because yes, our car is messed up, but that means nothing in the big spectrum of like cars are replaceable, jewelry, money, these things are replaceable, but like family and life and health, those things are irreplaceable. And
like I said, where the accident was, we kind of drove a little forward, and so our car's kind of down the street, kind of away from.
So it looks like it's not even part of the accident.
So the whole time she was at the hospital, I'm standing by where the accident actually happened. I didn't look at the car literally once. I didn't think about the car not one time. I don't care if we never had the Range Rover ever again. Like I literally just could not stop thinking. I was zoning out. Like people trying to talk to me, and I was zoning out, literally just thinking about her, because I could not stop thinking about it. I was just scared. My breathing was abnormal. It was just like the weirdest feeling.
Yeah, I was trying to just make things good before I left to the hospital. I was trying to make sure like everyone involved in the accident was young, so they kind of didn't know what to do. So I was kind of trying to take charge, and I was trying to get everyone to get their IDs out, their insurance out, everyone take pictures, and I just couldn't get it all together. So I literally was just taking videos of like the accident, of like everything I could, because in that moment I didn't know what I was gonna need later on, and I just didn't want to miss something due to like the shock that we were in. So that's why you guys see these little clips that we have. I took on my phone. I was literally crying the whole time. Forgive me.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. Obviously, you guys are a family. We wanted to give you guys all the information that we have in every detail.
And we appreciate the support and like
the prayers and everything like that.
And just to clarify, baby is 100% okay. She's great. She was really, really active right after. She was moving a lot, which made me feel better, because I would be so scared if I didn't feel her moving at all. But she probably felt like my stress level and was just like moving a lot. So at least that made me feel a lot better.
Anyways, guys, that is it for today's video. We will see you guys on Thursday. We love you guys so much. As always, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join the gang. Give me a kiss. And we'll see you soon.